Oh. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it's a home. Well, ever since last week, in the comments made by the director of My Pet Monster, I've been doing a little thinking. Asking myself some questions. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Is this really where I want to be? Pathetic loser? So I do what I always do when I get really depressed. I watch old nostalgic TV.
Don't mess with Sergeant Slaughter. He's as strong as they come.
Ah, Sergeant Slaughter, you represent a simpler time, when your last name could also represent illegal war crimes, or when your biggest problem was not collecting the latest action set.
Fight the good fight, Sergeant Slaughter.
We're heroes in a half show, we're making a surprise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Pies.
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Pies. I remember when the line fresh from the sewer actually sounded appetizing.
Fresh from the sewers to you.
God, is this the only thing to bring me pleasure? Just pure pathetic nostalgia? I'm a wreck!
Aw, there, critic. It's not so bad.
It is so bad! Get out of here!
Fine. I'm a dinosaur.
Fucking commercials. What is it about them that draws me to them? They're so conniving and yet so inviting. It's like they're in their own little world, a world that wants to be nice to you but scam you at the exact same time. Something about them strangely gives me comfort.
I could actually watch these ads all day. Actually, it's not a bad idea.
Maybe I need to take a break from nostalgic movies and nostalgic TV shows and take a look at the stuff in between. I mean, I loved commercials growing up. They got me excited for all the things I'd pester my parents over until their ears gushed with blood. Every time you watched them, you felt like you were making a deal with them. You buy their products, and they in return deteriorate your intelligence and physical health. It was a good trade. How can such cunning manipulation go unappreciated? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take this whole episode, I'm just gonna watch commercials. Yeah, this is a tribute to all the plastic, sugar-coated nonsense that we loved growing up. This is a segment I like to call After These Messages.
After these messages.
After these messages. After these messages. After these messages.
We'll be right back.
I'm not gonna go in any order or tie them together with any theme, it's just gonna be commercials. So, let's get started.
Look, it's Jeff Armstrong. He's eating Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
You remember these commercials, right? It always starts off with a group of kids eating the cereal, and some snooty know-it-all always asks why they like eating it if it doesn't taste like apples. Which is a good point. Why the hell doesn't it taste like apples? It's like if Cocoa Puffs tasted like Oat Bran. It's kind of false advertising.
It's Jeff Armstrong. He's eating Apple Jacks. He's cool. We'll see.
Yes, we'll see if he's cool by subjecting him to the Apple Jacks test.
Not the Apple Jacks test.
Yes, the Apple Jacks test!
If you named it Apple Jacks, shouldn't it taste like apple? That isn't why it tastes so good. Then why?
You must choose. But choose wisely.
They just do.
You have chosen wisely.
Kellogg's Apple Jack cereal is part of this complete breakfast.
And then they all end with the kids taking a picture together. But my absolute favorite is the caption at the bottom. Apple Jacks 94. Somebody actually looked at this picture and called it Apple Jacks 94. As if to say, yeah,
I remember that summer. That was the summer of Apple Jacks.
the summer where anything was possible, the summer where boys became men and girls became women. That was Apple Jacks.
I know. I wrote it on a picture.
Do you think the kids from It did that? Like when they all took that picture together, they simply labeled it the summer of Apple Jacks 54? You know, instead of the summer of, oh my god, a killer clown, a fucking killer clown, don't ever forget the killer clown, a killer clown. It could happen.
Kellogg's Apple Jack cereal is part of this complete breakfast. I don't know what she's feeding him. Read what we like.
Pop your basketball,
How about Popples? That was a clever idea. It was a series of sports balls that could be turned into cuddly creatures.
I've got a popple. Pop your soccer ball, Who got the ball? Who got the ball? I've got a popple.
This raises a few questions though. Like, why were they playing with a furry pillow-like ball to begin with?
Hey, you got our basketball? Oh, wow, that's a hairy fucker. It doesn't bounce in the slightest. This'll do us well. And then, of course, when they go after the ball...
I've got a popple.
Well, shit, he's got a supernatural creature that hasn't been discovered by science yet, but where's that darn ball? Also, I felt bad playing with these because I always felt like I was giving the Popples a migraine. I mean, you're kicking them around, throwing them, doesn't that hurt? The Popples wouldn't come out like this, they look more like this. But oh well, you can't fault it on still being a clever product.
They're new from Mattel.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck this kid is on, but I want some.
All kinds of cream inside. He likes Stiggle's funny faces. There's fudge and vanilla cream in each one.
My God, people stoned out of their minds don't laugh this hard.
New Giggles cookie. 2 kinds of cream in each funny face.
Are you gonna eat that?
Turn the gas off! Turn the gas off!
It's sometime in the future.
Oh, this ad was unbelievable. This is like one of the most fucking epic commercials ever put on television.
The ultimate challenge. Crossfire.
Look at it. It's set in this apocalyptic future where the fate of the world rests in the hands of 2 kids who sit at a table and throw marbles at even bigger marbles. It's like the world of Tron if it was run by Lucas. It's the most badass commercial ever. Go, Billy! The fate of Armageddon lies in your hands!
Crossfire. You'll get
Santa has a very special Christmas message he wants everyone to hear.
I don't think they do these anymore, but a long, long time ago, they used to have hotlines for everything.
Call 1-900-909-4300. $2 first minute, 45 cents each additional.
Look at that. Just $2 for the first minute and only 45 cents every additional minute. It's pretty fucking costly for the 1980s.
And Santa needs your help to spread the Christmas cheer. Be a Santa's helper.
Yeah, I always remember you call him up and some jerk-off would talk as slowly as possible so he could make sure that he eats up your time and your fucking money. What a dickcock.
Get your parents' permission to call Santa's special phone number now.
Actually, this sort of takes on a different meaning nowadays, doesn't it? When you make a call that costs money, there's usually a different idea behind it. And the idea of Santa being a part of that is pretty freaking creepy.
You've reached Santa's hotline. Have you been a naughty little boy? I bet you have. What are you wearing, naughty little boy? I have a candy cane in my pants for you. Get naked.
Speaking of Santa, how many of you get nostalgic whenever you see this commercial every year? It's practically a staple of Christmas now.
Yabba dabba brew, delicious stew. Ho ho ho, I'm hungry. Santa, my pebbles! Your pebbles! 'Tis the season to be sharing, Fred. Happy holidays, pal. Oh, Fred.
Hey, Fred, how can we celebrate Christmas if Jesus isn't born yet? Just eat your fucking cereal.
Nintendo, it's for breakfast now.
Get this, when Nintendo was all the rage, they actually made a Nintendo cereal. Yeah, it wasn't a Mario cereal or a Zelda cereal, it was just Nintendo in general. What a weird idea. It's kind of like making Internet the cereal, isn't it? Though it would probably be the first cereal where you have to be over 18 to eat it. And it wasn't just called Nintendo cereal, it was called the Nintendo Cereal System. What the hell does that mean? Do you really have to put the word system at the end? Are we really gonna confuse this Nintendo for another Nintendo?
Nintendo Cereal System is a super part of this nutritious breakfast.
No, you meant Nintendo the Entertainment System. I thought you meant Nintendo the animatronic horse that only eats toothpaste and circus midgets. He's very big in Sweden. It was kind of cool because it was technically 2 cereals in one. That means there were 2 bags in each box. But I remember it was kind of a pain. Once you open the bag, you can't really close it. So if you open both of them and poured it out, you'll get double the cereal all over the place. Maybe that's why it didn't last so long, because half of it was on the floor instead of the bowl. Well, if it had Nintendo on it, you know we were gonna love it anyway.
2 cereals in one! Wow!
Skeletor's trying to take over Castle Grayskull.
McDonald's.
Just like today, fast food joints handed out toys with their kids' meals. And sometimes you get a cup like these He-Man ones here at Burger King. They always told epic stories, or at least as much as they could, being on a cup. But here's my favorite part of this commercial. The kids get the cups, and what do? Use them as swords. Man, those must be some pretty ghetto kids. I mean, was a stick really too expensive to use as a sword, so you have to use these? Were these your birthday gifts right after they took you to your party at the dollar store? Hardcore, kids. Really hardcore.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?